Revolution.
Welcome to the Revolution podcast. Today I got DJ Kmchiz in the house. We're doing it finally. This is the very first episode of the podcast. I'm way stoked to have you, Kmchiz. How you doing?
Good, man. Excited, nervous a little bit, but same old shit, different day.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah, you were telling me this is like your first podcast ever.
Yeah, man. Watch podcasts all the time, but not really. Never done a podcast.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. So pretty excited to be here. Sharing our thoughts and our intrusive feelings towards like our scene and everything. So I'm pretty stoked.
Right on, dude. I'm laughing because of all the I don't know anybody that like makes a podcast. I'm pretty sure they know like how ridiculous all the technical aspects are. And you just saw some because we were like going through it with all the technology, and then on top of that, like you have outside factors like my dogs. You can hear my fucking dogs in the background.
Right.
But I'll either cut that shit out or I'll keep it in. Who knows, dude? Whatever.
I mean, you can't have like a first time podcast without certain fuck ups, So
Yeah.
I feel like keep them in just for the audience. We're human. I think if all these podcasts are coming out, they're in studios. Nice studios, better microphones. Professionalism. But
Right.
why not bring in some
Yeah.
realism?
Yeah, dude. I don't think the Revolution podcast is gonna be like super fucking professional. All I care about, to be real, all I care about is like the music, right?
Right.
The craft of DJing, right? And then the people that do it,
Right.
And that's like what I want Revolution to be all about, like especially the podcast. But you said you watched some other podcasts. Which ones do you watch?
Dude, the Kill Tony podcast is so funny. It is.
Yeah.
It is by far like my favorite podcast. I fall asleep to it, watch it all the time, and I watch, Joe Rogan's podcast. I think he's a kind of a loony bin, but has some funny ass people on there, so
Yeah.
I feel like podcasts are just like, audiobooks, but you can watch them, you know what I'm saying? Like it's realism. We live in like a time where like superheroes and John Wicks, you don't really get to see like a real interaction between like two people, it's all
Yeah.
fictitious and
Yeah.
that's what they're meant for, so
That's what I was gonna say. Is that I really enjoy that too. When you have two conversations, like you have conversations between people, and you get to kind of just get that authentic like experience,
Right, exactly, and same here. I feel like a lot of people, going back to like how our craft works and like how we do things, everyone thinks it's outside perspectives, oh, you push a button, you jump up and down, you get a crowd reaction, you play, and I think that's like where we come in as, craftsmen of the art, and we show people, everyone thinks it's like, I have people, you're such a good DJ, like, what is it all about? I'm like, dude, I'm thinking about like 500,000 different things in the span of like 5 seconds,
Oh yeah.
And I think that's like a big thing for us as DJs, yeah, we can, push play or have like a pre-recorded set, but like in the moment, like for a show, for me, essentially, I look at it as like, hey, you know your own music. Okay, this is where my cue point is here. Line it up with this. How is this gonna drop? Don't play something too aggressive at the start.
Yeah. You're thinking about so many different factors, and it sounds like what you're saying is that when you DJ, you really enjoy like getting into the flow of it.
Oh yeah.
Like reading the room or like, kind of setting up an environment or an atmosphere for people that's specific.
Oh yeah, 100%. I really like, my style of music is a lot different. It's hardstyle for me, and for the world actually. Hardstyle is not super big here in the United States.
If you could real quick just explain to, somebody that's not like a DJ, somebody that's not into the scene, what is hardstyle?
Hardstyle is a fast, aggressive sound. A lot of, you have your different types of hardstyle. It's not just, there's up tempo, there's Frenchcore, there's hardcore, there's happy hardcore, there's euphoric, there's raw. There's there's so much different influences that come in from the genre was created back in like the 90s, as a,
Okay.
a different sound, primarily based out of Netherlands, and it's fast. It's typically 150 to 200 beats per minute. Your standard, house music, dubstep, they're around like the 110, 120
Mhm.
range. Hardstyle is fast sounding. It can be melodic. It can be, energetic. It could be, just ridiculously fast that you can't, think
Yeah.
about it, and
Okay.
for someone who wants to get into hardstyle, I always tell them, start off with the classics. You got your main guys that produce the sound, which is Headhunters, is a really good artist to get into. D Block and Estefan, really big. The Tweekas, Max Enforcer, Zani, Deepak, Randy, Adara. I mean, I could go on about the list of these great DJs who pioneered the sound for
Yeah.
what it is now. You wouldn't have these newer artists, Dual Damage, Rebellion. You won't have these guys unless you had the forefathers before
Yeah.
them. Uh, your genre like trance. You have your Tiestos, your Armin van Buurens. Without those guys, half the people wouldn't exist, and
Legit.
we gotta thank our forefathers of the genre for
Yeah.
you know
Well,
giving us that time.
when I'm thinking about like some of the forefathers too, like I'm thinking about like some of the people that started it. Like one person that was super influential, has been super influential to the way that I mix too, is like Jeff Mills,
Yeah,
right? And he said something about techno one time. He said that somebody asked him like, "What is techno?" And he said, "It's just something you've never heard yet. It's anything
right,
that you can't imagine in music,
right.
essentially." And I love that, because it promotes that creativity and all of that. I think about like Ellen Alien and all these cats that really like made it possible for people like some of these newer folks. Like I think about Swedish House Mafia and stuff, like when the scene was getting big in the early 2000s and all of
Right.
that, like with like Jeff Mills and Ellen Alien, just to name two. There's way more, there's so many more people,
Oh yeah,
but
100%. And I
you're right, like paying respect where respect's due, man.
and I think another thing with that is like hardstyle for me to define what it is to me. It's high octane happiness.
Ah,
It's
okay,
just like
hell yeah.
high octane happiness. That when I've gone to shows, and I love other genres. There's something about hardstyle to me that I can't really explain. It's just energetic. It fuels you.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a little shot of B12, you just get boosted up and you keep going, and it's fun, dude. Like I honestly can say that hardstyle for me is my favorite genre.
Hell yeah.
And I love the energy I can bring to other people by expressing, these harder kicks. It's something that not a lot of people have heard of. You know,
Right.
I can name a couple DJs and then be like, "Well, who's that?" And for me, for our community down here in Utah, and for like the West Coast, essentially, you know, I love bringing that just intense energy.
Yeah.
And I can't explain it. It's just fun. I love it.
I feel that, dude. I mean, I feel the same way when I play techno, when I play hard techno, or like you're talking about psytrance. There's just something about psytrance that puts me in like a headspace that's just so. And especially, it was one thing when I only danced to it,
Right,
before I started DJing.
right,
But when I started DJing, man, it took it to like a completely different level. The things that you feel and think about when you're behind the decks playing that style of music is just like otherworldly, euphoric.
right.
So how did you get into hardstyle? Like what was your music like upbringing? Like how did you
So,
get there?
dude, I'm a very big metal guy.
Yeah.
Anything, you know, I grew up in a time where like Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, As I Lay Dying, Bullet for My Valentine, big influences on me. As a DJ, I just like hard, aggressive sounding stuff where it's like high octane.
Hmm.
You go in, you have a good time. And hardstyle for me was introduced to my late brother, who took me to my first EDC after my senior year of graduation,
Okay.
and listening to the tracks, just something different. I listen to Avicii and Skrillex and Swedish House, Flex Pavilion. Metal music for me is like my second go-to. Metal music, just that high octane energy, speed,
Yeah.
aggressiveness, screaming and uh, just like
Yeah.
craziness.
I'm huge. I love metal too. I really dig metal. Like some of the bands that I've really enjoyed is like Mastodon, like
Yep,
Gojira,
Gojira.
um, uh, Baroness. I don't know.
Yeah,
I and like you were talking about with hardstyle, there's so many like subgenres,
right,
to that, and there's like so many subgenres to metal as well. Like I get
right.
into that trancey kind of like
Yeah,
you're referencing, like the style that I play is like very trancey and the same kind of I'm very influenced by that music. So it's like metal for you
yeah.
is really kind of like what brought you there.
Yeah, metal music, and just like the way that the progressive sound of hardstyle has changed. As a techno DJ, I feel like you and I can relate to each other because a lot of those
Yeah.
similar kicks that new techno has are essentially the same kicks as hardstyle, sped up and pitched, and different sounding. So I think that's why a lot of techno. I just went to a show down in Vegas, and their three openers were all techno, hard techno
Oh
DJs, and it
yeah.
set the stage for that speed, that aggression. And I loved that sound because you have all these different genres coming, accumulating, and techno is slowly on the rise.
For real.
Back in a couple of years ago, it was house.
Yeah.
Like house was a killer vibe that everyone you know loved and sounded great.
Yeah.
Oliver Heldens was blowing up, and
Yeah.
got your Jim Tipe,
Yeah.
who's just shredding, and then you have your Sarah Landers, you have your DeWitts,
Right? And Sarah Landry, she just got number one hard DJ of the year from DJ Magazine, and that
right?
is a really indicative of how much like techno is making this resurgence in America in particular. Because
Yeah,
I feel like in places like Europe and whatnot, like
right.
I think about like Berlin. I feel like everybody thinks about like Berlin, and they're like, oh, hard
the
techno.
and the underground scene for Netherlands, Germany, all those Europeans, like you see the difference of style between the Americas and the Europeans. The way we dress, the way we dance.
Yeah.
At techno, for America, we headbang a lot. We have a lot of
Yeah.
headbangers. Like for our
It's rock and
genres,
roll,
right?
man. Yeah.
Headbanging rock and roll. Out in like Netherlands, we have like your jump styles, your hawks, your muzzes, all these different dance moves that, I think that like our community, just like as a whole, we just love music. And that's like the biggest takeaway from everything.
Oh, yeah.
As a DJ, it's not just sharing the music we love, but promoting, a one vision, one goal, one safe space of unity between, other people where they can feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't, I feel like as a DJ, we provide a traveling destination experience for other people,
Yeah.
for them to, wear whatever the hell you want, be whatever you want, no one's there to judge you, and I think that's a big thing in our community that as us as our artists and you know, shamans, for our
Yeah,
journeys,
shamans. Yeah.
our journeys, different genres provide different feeling, and I think that's a big thing with like just like our our mission essentially is just
Yeah.
providing substance for people to absorb and interpret in their different ways.
Y
So
yeah, and get into and, like, really, like, vibe with, right? Setting that whole scene up, right? I feel like, I don't wanna call myself a shaman to be real, but, like, I think you're spot on, man. Like, it really comes down to, like, how do we create these, like, environments, like, for people where they can, like, literally just, like, lean into it and feel
right,
liberated, you know? And I remember like some of my first shows that I went to, bro, like that was the feeling, I felt
Right,
welcomed, I felt accepted, and like people were drawing me in, and the
right.
music was drawing me in. What was like one of the first shows you ever went to?
Dude, EDC 2016 was a crazy, crazy experience. My first, step into the world of raving and
Yeah.
the peace, love, unity, respect aspect. And ever since then, I've been hooked on it, and I've been going to shows, down in Vegas, in California, all these different places. But yeah, no, it's like, I have the same feeling, I was drawn into it, the crowds, were sick,
Yeah.
you have the DJs who, throwing down, and I have like one specific memory, like my first
Yeah.
EDC was like the Chainsmokers just released Don't Let Me Down. And I heard like 50 different remixes of it. And it was like, you know, it's what's popping, and that's what draw me in because I knew the song, I knew the words. And then you
Yeah.
have your different interpretations of it. So I was like, "Yo, I've heard this song like 50 times, but in 50 different ways." I think that's what's so sick about shows too, man. Like what you were saying, just like the aspect of it. I didn't know how to shuffle. I didn't know how to dance. Fist bumping was the way to do it. And you have 30,000 other people at the same show as you doing the same thing, and that's what brings us all together, I think. And
Definitely.
I think that's like one of my favorite shows. I just recently went down to a show at Area 15,
Okay.
Sub Zero Project and the Tweaka. Sub Zero Project is like my favorite group right now.
Okay.
Just met him, talked to him, explained,
Yeah, I love that.
explained to him like, yo, I listened to your music since I was like 2015. You guys are throwing down like big pioneers in the hardstyle scene for sure. Just outlining like, their coolness, and they were super dope to talk to. I have a tattoo of their logo like right here.
Oh,
So,
fuck yeah.
so,
I love that,
and I
dude.
think that's like like shows in general, dude. I think a lot of the time it gets misinterpreted as like, people just want to go out and party.
For
But
real.
like for like me, for example, like I DJ because of the art of DJing, and like
Yeah.
who brought me to my first rave. My late brother, who passed away, is a big reason I still do it.
Yeah.
Because that's like we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
At raves, that's like what we did, and that's like I manifest the energy coming from what the feeling of bliss that we had over at those shows is why I still do it.
Do you when you go to shows still, like, does it kinda feel like, your brother's kinda, like, there with
Oh
you
yeah,
still?
every time I step on anytime I go to a show, I know he's there, spiritually, and every time I step on the decks, he's with me. I think like, a lot of nerves come into play when we step on those decks, man. I think we're wondering like what we're gonna play first. How is the fans gonna react? Like for me, as a hard style DJ, where people like don't understand the genre or have never heard the genre, I try and find a song that everyone knows that has a hard style flip.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
it sets
sick.
the pace. Everyone knows. Heaven. Is like baby, you're all I want. So
Yeah.
you kind of set the tone with that, bro. And I think that's like a big thing for me is like setting the tone. I think with that, that energy, calms me down, and sets the pace for everything. And then I mean, as a DJ, like we learn how to fuck up and keep going. So I think that's like the coolest thing for me
Yeah, man.
is yeah, I definitely feel my brother's energy still there, man. And I think that's a big part of why I do it still is
Fuck
just
yeah.
in loving spirit for him. And you know it's great. I can't describe it.
Yeah. Dude, I love that so much, man. There's a phrase that I heard recently, which is like, "What is remembered lives forever."
Right,
And I think that's so cool. Like, such a great way to connect with your brother. Like, in that way, being able to like get up on the decks or go to a show and feel the music and remember all those times that y'all like went to raves and
right,
danced together and like, we're in
right.
each other's energy, man. Like, I love that so much, dude. You were just talking about throwing like pop samples and pop lyrics over like, your genre of music that
Right.
you like to play hardstyle, and that's something that's like real big right now. I've had DJs be like, "Yo, that's whack, like don't ever do that." And I've had other people, I mean, some of the biggest names in DJing right now, like that is exactly what they do.
Right. And I think that's another thing is like, we're all entitled to our own opinion, man. He might not like I play, I might not like what he plays, but at the end of the day, like why scrutinize,
Hell yeah.
us as DJs? As a DJ, I think you can relate to this in a sense. People love, these different songs, and why not play something that they're familiar with? I think that sets the tone, honestly.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you play something that everyone knows, I got a super dope track by Vertile right now that's Golden Hour. The piano,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
everyone, for me, I play that song just because everyone knows it.
Mhm.
It gets people excited because they know the song, and then they hear it, they're like, "Oh shit!" Like this is a crazy different remix. I've never
Yeah.
heard. I think the pop influence that we have, like, who cares, man? Like, play it. Like,
Right?
what else is there for you to lose? As an artist, as a performer, why not play something that everyone knows?
Right?
Because it gets everyone interacted with it. It's like, oh, he knows, everyone knows the song.
Right.
And I think
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, man. Is just, why scrutinize?
Yeah, there was like and I agree. Like, I really think that's true as well. Like, like getting people moving and on the dance floor and like feeling those vibes that like you and I were talking about feeling like accepted and like being able to be like safe enough to like let your guard down. If it's like a pop remix that does that, like sick, like do it, right? You
Right.
know? There was another interview I saw with DJ Jazzy Jeff. I don't know if you ever heard of
Yeah,
that guy.
Jazzy
Yeah,
Jeff, yeah.
Jazzy Jeff. I think I don't, I think Jazzy Jeff and I probably have, different styles like when we DJ for sure. But he was like talking about the sync button. Somebody's like, "Oh, like, is it a sin to use the sync button?" And he's like, he basically was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like,
Right.
no, like, that's not your job to be concerned with these weird like technical things.
Well, I mean, I think another thing too, as an artist going to a show, as a performer who's been on the decks, who knows, what to do. Why the hell would you not use the sync button? You have a track that, and this is another thing I'd love to show light on in our situation is, dude, we might have a track that doesn't match the energy, the flow, the transitional style, the style of the kicks or like the beats.
Yeah,
For example, like for me, hardstyle, such a pain in the ass to mix certain songs because
yeah,
there's a lot, those subgenres kick into play every time. You have to make sure what keys right. You have to make sure the BPMs are lined up. Why not use the sync button? Because it helps us
to
to
keep the energy
transition.
and
Oh
the
yeah,
flow. Yeah.
I mean, if we just hit pause and play,
Hmm.
someone's gonna be like, well, I've seen it where DJs will bring a chorus up and then the beat's about to drop and they transition it into an entry of the song. I'm like, okay, well, that didn't sound right to me. And it
No,
got,
people notice.
yeah,
People
and
notice
people
that
notice
stuff,
that stuff. But I mean, the sync button, dude, has worked wonders. It
right?
saved my ass where I've needed to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like really yeah, because there's like a lot of times, I've heard people do like hard transitions and it like works well. I've done hard transitions and it works well, right? And but there's also a lot of times where like I'll go to a bar or a venue do or even like I went to a show. I'm not even gonna say who it is because I don't want to be like talking trash on people.
Right.
But like I went to a show of a like a big name DJ, like somebody that I really respect. They're a great producer and all of that other stuff. And the transitions, I was just like, "What in the world is going on, bro?" Like, because they would like be playing something super hard, real like 1 second, and then they would just drop it into like some like soft interlude, and then I'm like, "What is going on?" And then but it flows, it fucks up the flow, and it's like we have all these tools, especially like as digital DJs, like not
Right,
playing vinyl. It's like
right.
may as well use them, right?
Well, I think that's the other thing is like the sync button, for example, like, the double drop thing right now with like a lot of genres, it's everyone like it goes back to what I was saying, everyone thinks it's like, oh, you play and then you transition out and play again,
Yeah,
You gotta think about like how's the crowd gonna feel with this,
yeah,
And that's another thing is like all these tools that we have, why not use them? Why are we gatekeeping these tools that we have? Like they wouldn't be on there if we didn't need them,
yeah, man.
Like I think that's like a big thing with us, we have these tools.
Yeah.
Why not fucking use them?
It's so interesting to me sometimes too because the I get, as like somebody who was a raver or dancer first, right? I get to experience this contrast of like the DJ community versus like the raver community. In the
Right,
raver community, I feel like, there's like no gatekeeping going on there.
right,
There's just like acceptance and people are bringing
right,
you in. But then when you start getting behind the decks and with other people that get behind the decks, like they start being like, "Oh, you use quantize? Oh, you use like, you know what I mean? Like,
right,
what's up with that? What's up with that?" And it's like, bro, like, just get over yourself and fucking dance, bro.
right.
Just fucking dance. But okay, speaking of DJ shit, speaking of getting behind the decks, bro. Like, there's a few tricks I like to use, like when I'm playing sets, like to do different things, to like raise the energy or whatever. Like, what is your go-to like DJ trick? What do you like to do the most on the decks? That's
Dude,
like kind of fancy.
honestly, I've toyed with a little bit of scratching. It's kind of hard to scratch with like
Correct.
something that's like 160, 170 BPM. It's hard, but I love using the echo effect as like my FX
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like the echo, the reverb, the delay, even I've started doing like speeding up, like closing out a show, just speeding the tempo up, hitting, the tempo. You have your master tempo right here that goes from, what it's standard to that you can kick up 100 beats and then perfectly echo out.
yeah.
And I think that's like one of my favorite things to do as a DJ.
Fuck yeah.
Even as a DJ, as like the crowd interaction, there's a big thing for me. When I step on stage, I want my presence to be known.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm the best at mixing. I'm not gonna say I'm the best at fan interaction, but like I feel like involving your crowd,
Yeah.
like for me, for my last show, I love getting the crowd worked up as high as I am because if your crowd's here to start and you're up here, there's a different level of like you have to bring them to that tempo.
Yeah, totally.
And I love being like, if it's like for me, when I got on stage, I played uh All the Lights song
Mhm.
remix uh at my last show at Start, and everyone you know, all of the lights, all of the lights. I'm like, when the beat kicks in, get everyone into left, right, put your hands up. Getting like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Crowd
just,
participation.
oh yeah, crowd participation, dude. And I think that's like one big thing as a DJ I love doing is like,
Yeah,
hyping everyone, amping them up, just getting them riled up to when that kick drops in.
yeah.
Everyone's on the same level of just intensity.
Throwing cakes at motherfuckers and shit.
Right, dude. Steve Aoki, perfect example.
Dude, I'm so bad at that. I like when I get up there, I don't want to talk, I don't want to say shit. I just want to play,
Right.
but I see it like work really well, people get hyped up, dude. I'm just bad at it, man. I like want to trance out.
Well, and that's another thing is like, at my last show, I had ended my set and the next DJ came on and I wanted to do something for him as like a performer as my own.
Yeah.
Hyping him up. We don't have MCs out here, like the shows we play don't have legitimate
We
MCs.
don't have like shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have legitimate MC, so why not MC for another performer who's coming up?
Hell yeah.
He played the DJ that went after I did at my last show. He plays dubstep, so I grabbed him, did a freaking bro headbang together because that's what I love to see is people
Hell yeah,
saying not just like a great DJ technically,
dude.
but a DJ who's willing to Like if I could if I could stage dive into a crowd, I probably would. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
have fun with everyone, dude. And that's like the thing I think of it is like be something different. That's like my biggest motto as a DJ is be someone different,
Mm.
be someone unique. Because if there's no you know, people love something different, man.
Oh yeah, nostalgia, bro. Like creating that nostalgia through novelty like that, bro. I really dig that. So dude, we're about to see you mix, dude. I'm stoked for that,
Right.
bro.
I'm
Um,
excited.
and then you and I are gonna do a B2B after that.
Let's do it.
Because so like this is fucking my podcast, all right? Like I'm gonna make it however I want. And I love going back to back with people, bro. There's just
Right.
like something about like the energy of like getting in there and like, surprising one another and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But where can people find your stuff at? Where can people find your mixes? Where can people follow you at on social media?
So my Instagram is DJ underscore KMCHIZ. And then with that Instagram, there is a SoundCloud link. I'm working on currently a couple mixes with some homies that we're about to throw down, just like
Sick.
crazy, crazy high octane energy. If you go to the gym, if you driving real fast back from Vegas or something, pump you up. So check it out. And, TikTok link is in that bio too. You'll see some of my mixes, previews of my mixes. A lot of the times I post a lot of like clips from shows that homies have videoed of and just like an everyday life of, traveling and other shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
The life of DJ Kmchiz.
right, right.
Fuck yeah, dude. I dig it. All right, man. Well, I'm stoked. We're gonna get you on the decks. We're gonna get you to play a 1 hour set. Dude, thank you so much for coming on the
Of
podcast.
course, and thank you for having me. I was real pumped up, and what you do for our community as a whole. Giving us these opportunities that we normally not get is a big fucking thank you and a big applause for you for
Thank you.
doing what you do and supporting all of us down here in southern Utah. And for everyone who's listening, hit him up too. He throws fucking down, bro. He throws down.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. All
All
right.
right.
Let's get him on the
It was
deck.
just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donna Glover. Missed call from my mother, like where you at tonight, got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. You slow down time in your golden
I got everything you want, I got everything you need. I got beats, I got kicks, now move to the beat. Move to the beat. Move to the beat.
I got kicks, I got trip that'll rip through your cranium. I got bass that'll move this fucking stadium. I got kicks, I got drip, bitch.
Move to the beat. I got everything you want, I got
I got kicks, I got drip that'll rip through your cranium. I got bass that'll move this fucking stadium.
I got bass, I got kicks now. Move to the beat. Move to the beat. Underground business, don't you dare miss this. Under the radar, we evade the witness. It's a game of survival, ain't no turning back. For the soldiers of the street, it's just part of the act. Underground kings, we're the rulers of the night. Pitch black alleyways where deals ignite. No forgiveness, no forgiveness. Don't you know it's the underground business? Don't you know it's the underground business? Back to the old school. It's the underground business. New style. Underground business. It's that underground business. Don't you dare miss this. Don't you know it's the new style? Underground. New style. Yeah, it's that underground business. No forgiveness, no forgiveness. Back to the old school. New style. New style. New style.
fadeless under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, and every second I take is another mistake to you. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming dense. All I want to do is be more like me. Be less like
Blazer, blazer, blazer.
All the subtle flavors of my life are become bitter seeds and poison leaves. Without you, you represent what's true. I drain the color from the sky and turn blue. Without you, these arms lack a purpose. Flapping like a hummingbird. I'm nervous cause I'm the left eye. You're the right. Would it make me madness to fight? Become one.
Drop.
This is Dual Damage Live.
This is dual damage. Damage. This is Get Wrecked. This is dual damage.
This is Dual Damage.
Dual damage. This is Get Wrecked. Damage.
This is Dual Damage.
I'm lost in paradise. I'm lost in paradise. I'm lost in paradise. I don't want to go back 'cause this feeling's so right. I'm sharing a piece of my mind. So for tonight, our troubles left behind. Get out of my way. I wanna keep on searching. I'm lost in paradise.
I woke up today and the skies were turning gray. It's time to break away from the ties that bind me. I'm going my own way. This is a revelation. It's time to make a change. This is the generation. This time we're breaking free. Revelation. Always win. Your life is like a game. That's how it's always been. So fuck it what they say. Revelation. It's time to break a ride. Shut the fuck up.
Alcohol filling up my soul with sorrow. Passed out through it all. Reach out of the dark. Been feeling like my time's been borrowed. Set fire to my heart. Wide awake on edge. Lost in a riddle. Where will I come back? Caught in the middle. Now with loaded guns. Hurt me a little more right now. Light up my vendetta. My vendetta. I'm blinded by another night. Lucid dreams of you and me. I'm asking why I chose this life. 'Cause make believe it always gets the best of me. I tried to shake this feeling, but this place just holds me down. So far away now. 'Cause the air I breathe in ain't the same when you're not around. So far away now. So far away from me now. So make me feel so good. You make me feel so good. You make me feel so good.
Now it's time. We're breaking down the walls between wrong and right. Tonight we're writing our own laws. In a world that we create, only freedom in this place. Tonight we're celebrating. We rave into space. We rave into space.
in phantom galaxies of what my mind tells me. No matter what they say, a voice in double speak that's almost clear to me, but language a mystery. They say what kills us makes us stronger, the fear that pulls you under, the phantom I refuse to see, the lies in which you conjure. Can't take this any longer. I never know, but I refuse to speak.
There's a force that takes over, that supersedes the mind and the body. And it takes you to an atmosphere that you've never been to. And that's when you know you found the legendary status inside of yourself. your dreams, harder after your goals. And look up and see how far you can go. Time to go harder. Go. And see how far you can go. It's time to go harder. Harder after your dreams, harder after your goals. See how far you can go.
Even under the darkest skies and the heaviest of rains, when you just don't see the light, you will find your soul again. Life is just another journey. Fill your heart again with fire, and just keep on going until you will find the flame inside. The flame inside.
Hypnosis is a state of human consciousness involving focused attention, reduced peripheral awareness, and an enhanced capacity to respond to suggestion. The term may also refer to art. LSD, TCB, MDMA, LSD, TCB, MDMA, LSD, TCB, MDMA, LSD, TCB, MDMA. Discotheque. TCB, MDMA. LSD, TCB, MDMA. LSD, TCB, MDMA. Toxic. LSD, TCB, MDMA. LSD, TCB, MDMA. Hypnosis is a state of human consciousness involving focused attention, reduced peripheral awareness, and an enhanced capacity to respond to suggestion. The term may also refer to art. Discotheque. LSD, TCB, MDMA, Nexus. LSD, TCB, MDMA, Nexus. LSD, TCB, MDMA, 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 discotheque, discotheque, discotheque.
safely.
Angels been calling my name. I'm losing track of reality. I wanna stay here forever, here forever, here forever. I wanna stay here forever, here forever, here forever.
Get lost in the music and never look back.
We get lost in the music, the moment. The DJs we listen to, records stay spinning. The bass drops non-stop, let the music rock. Let's rock it on the level from the top. Hey yo DJ, bring that shit back. Let the bass go.
Here we go again.
Angels been calling my name. I'm losing track of reality. I wanna stay here forever, here forever, here forever. I wanna stay here forever, here forever, here forever.
Get lost in the music and never look back.
We get lost in the music, the moment. The DJs we listen to, records stay spinning. The bass drops non-stop, let the music rock. The spirit of a rebel from the top, let it fucking drop. Fucking drop, fucking drop, fucking drop, fucking drop, fucking drop.
Here we go again.
Let it fucking drop.
this psytrance, man. Give me some real kicks, 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 kicks.
Anschluss unter dieser Nummer.
Das ist kein Techno, Bitch. Das ist Overdose. Härter, du Pussy. Das ist kein Techno, Bitch.
Anschluss unter dieser Nummer.
Das ist kein Techno, Bitch.
combat control. Initiating activation process. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
with me, babe. Let's fall in love
At the rave.
Rave bitch.
At the rave.
Let's fucking party.
Damn, sick, won't drop that shit.
Hey, yo, Mish. Take my hand, come with me, babe. Let's fall in love
At the rave.
Rave bitch.
everybody.
At the rave. Damn, sick, won't drop that shit.
Hey, yo, Mish.
Revolution.